Bad light. Try there. How we going, guys? What's going on? And girls, if there's girls out there watching, guys and girls, whatever. Something a little bit different today. No actual hunting today. I just want to do a little bit of a discussion and a little bit of a history, I suppose, and a little bit of demonstration about something that used to be a very common practice in Australia, which was rabbit trapping, which played a very high contribution in controlling rabbits and made a business for people in the past. They'd get out, trap rabbits and supply them to butcher shops. Butcher shops therefore had cheap protein they could supply on. It was quite a good little thing. But as with everything in this country that's successful, the fun police come along and say, no, we're going to make those traps illegal and put a shutdown on that little trade. So I'm just going to do a little demonstration now, because I was lucky enough before it all got banned to get out there with my cousin. I am no expert on it, and I managed to get a little bit of a feel of how it all worked, and I thought it might just interest some of you people out there that, about how we used to go about rabbit trapping. Now, use more mature generation out there that have done a lot of rabbit trapping in your past. Bear in mind, disclaimer from me, I am no expert in it. As I say, I only got one little introduction as a teenager from my cousin. We went out there one day and we trapped a few rabbits, and it was all good fun. So I'm going to just demonstrate to the best of my ability, and also want to brush on what I think actually shut the industry down. They say it was cruelty to animals, and it was the cruelty factor that killed it, and they banned the traps. But I got a different theory, and I'll get to that bit a little bit later. Now, the number one tool in question is this little bloke right here. Bit of a nasty bit of gear. Big old steel spring on the back, and the two nice big jaws right in the front. Bad angle here. I'll have to tilt you down a little bit to see if I can't give you a view on how it actually sets. So bear with me again. So here we go. Hopefully I got you in frame. So push down on the spring on the back. Open up the two jaws. A little flappy paddle right there. Set that. Release your weight from your foot while holding that little paddle without taking a finger off. And there she is, she's set. Mozzie's friendly here too. So the idea is, when the rabbit comes along and puts his foot on the foot paddle right there, bang, you got him. You got his leg. He ain't going nowhere because the back end's pegged into the ground. So I can elaborate on that one a little bit further, because I am actually, conveniently for this video, I'm set on a set of rabbit warrens just up behind me. So I'll set it there, and I will not leave the thing set, because I know it is illegal. I'm doing this strictly for demonstration purposes. Then I'm taking this trap home. So once you've found yourself a nice big active rabbit warren set like this one, I can see the rabbit tracks coming in out of this hole, left, right and centre. So we want to excavate a nice flat piece of clear dirt out. Again, I'm no expert, and I'm not going to spend too much time mucking around getting this perfect. Just a demo, because that trap is not staying. So here we are. We look like we're all nicely in the clear. We take our stake, we get him into the deck so the rabbit ain't going nowhere. Just like that. We do what we did before, we set our trap. Let's see if I can take a finger off, shall we? I don't have leverage yet. I have to get back here somewhere. That's better. Filling it up with dirt, make myself look like an idiot during demo. Okay, trap set. Flies and mozzies are so friendly. We put him in the track of the warren, of the hole. And we want a bit of newspaper. Preferably the women's underwear section, because you've got nothing else to look at out here that's decent. So you've got the women's underwear section. That'll give you something entertaining to have a look at while you're doing this. And we want to get a nice neat square of newspaper about the size of those trap jaws. So a little bit smaller than that. You can imagine the guys, when they've been doing this every morning, they would get very quick and very proficient at this sort of thing. So nice. Place the newspaper over the jaws so nothing blocks them and binds them. We'll take some of the excavated dirt. And we very, very gently now cover that trap up. Very gently, very easily, very neatly cover that trap up. Conceal it from wascally wabbit down below. I have heard too that rabbits quite love the smell of freshly turned up soil. They'll come out, and this will actually get them all nice and inquisitive. They'll come out and check this out. If there's nothing foreign smelling in the way, it's not going to bother them too much. And of course, yeah, once you've got all that sorted out, looking pretty, this rabbit will come out doing his thing, and then hopefully you've got him just like that. So that's how it works. As I say, I am not leaving this here. This is only under demonstration purposes. So we'll get away from our rabbit warren and we'll get back and I'll explain what actually killed the industry. They say that they banned the rabbit trap because it was cruelty to animals. I personally think there's something else that goes with that, because I think the occupational health and safety guys got on the bandwagon, and that's basically what the death of it was. Because back in the day there was this young bloke, he was making quite a name for himself. He was actually quite a very good rabbit trapper, and he was getting quite famous because he just, I don't know, had a natural antic to know where the rabbits were, and he was actually getting a lot of rabbits, and he was just brilliant at the trade. He was coming along brilliant at the trade. He was also very, very, very popular with the ladies for some reason. Nobody really figured that one out. Anyway, he was out one particular morning doing his rounds, doing his rabbit trapping rounds, doing his thing. And he'd been out the night before trying out one of these exotic restaurants. I think he was with one of his girlies that he had in tow. And he was out trying out one of these restaurants the night before, so of course it was exotic, it was food he hadn't tried before, and it hit him pretty damn hard in the guts. So he's out there doing his rabbit warrens, and then bang, his guts cramped like crazy. And by jingoes, he had to go. He really, really, really had to go. So, whipping down his strides without too much detail, he responded to the call of nature. But unfortunately, he did it right on top of one of his rabbit traps, didn't he? And bang! Ah! Poor old crown jewels, they copped it. And they copped it big. Now, if that doesn't bring a tear to the eye and doesn't think that's going to be the end of your generation being passed on forever, mate, that's not the bit that did the damage. The bit that did the damage is when the poor guy ran out of chain.